Hey gang, Matt from Easy Breakouts, about to start another current market trend review, but before I do, just wanted to mention that if you find this video helpful, be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Also, you can view additional videos by visiting our YouTube channel. Alright, let's hop into our analysis. So folks, across the board here, huge day on the markets, triple digits on the Dow. We had all four of the major indices positive, and most importantly, yes, we finally did it. Dow 20,000, 20,068 on the Dow was a closing price. We had the S&Ps up almost 20 points on the day, almost tagging that 2,300 whole number. We had the Nasdaq's up quite a bit, 55 points there, and the Russell up 13. So big day on the equity front. We had the crude a bit stuck in the range after oil inventories on Wednesday. We had the gold backing off the 1220s and the bonds in a bit of a range as well. So we'll see all of this on the charts. But as always, starting off our analysis with the S&P 500 dailies. Take a look at that. There's that S&P 500s. Yesterday we had noticed, or I should say on Tuesday, we had noted that this was starting to break out of that balance that we've been forming, or a little bit of a range, since basically early December. And this is the area that I was looking at here, right? Like this bit of a range. And we started to break out of that Tuesday. Wednesday having a nice powerful gap up, following through the rest of the day, and you can see here on the S&Ps almost taking those 2,300. So at this point, really, there's not a lot we can do in terms of resistance analysis. However, we can take a look at places we need to support, and now that we've broken out, all right, folks, we've got to hold above those 2280s, because let's just say, later this week or early next week, all of a sudden you're starting to find yourself down below this area. It's going to feel like a false breakout, like there's really no buyers up here. So again, very critical that we stay above some of these breakout levels, and that'll be a sign that the market is ready to lift higher. I just look across the board. There's a lot of chart patterns out there that have been forming up, breaking out. Breakouts have been actually working very nicely, so it would lead one to believe that this breakout in the indices does seem a little bit more legitimate, but you never know, anything can happen, and so just kind of keep these support levels in mind as we look at the markets. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq here, ladies and gentlemen. Nasdaq did get up and over the 5600s. Got up to almost the 5670s here today. Relative strength, big time coming back into the Nasdaq. And folks, let's take a look at some of the big cap tech names here. Let's take a look at Alphabet or Google, right? So we had mentioned this broke out here. We had noted this almost about 4 weeks ago, the breakout of Google from this cup with handle. It then, proceeded to form a high handle entry, which broke out about 3 days ago. And here we have breakouts continuing. Keep in mind, though, Google is reporting earnings on Thursday evening, so that could potentially provide some volatile trade there. And again, remember, our take on earnings is that it could be up 10-15, you could be down 10-15. So when in doubt, just sit it out, just wait for a new entry, a better entry, where you don't have a big news event that's going to drive the price overnight. So here we have Alphabet breaking out. We saw even like the Facebook starting to get a move on, continuing on that breakout it posted on Tuesday evening. Same thing with the Amazon here as well, right? Amazon starting to break out. It actually broke out on Tuesday evening, continuing that breakout on Wednesday. Volume came in nicely. We saw the Apple having a nice move today, and that was another cup and handle breakout that we pointed out here back in early January. So folks, breakouts are continuing, but most importantly, we've got the big cap stocks starting to participate, and that is what's really leading this rally, the S&Ps and the Nasdaq's new highs. Folks, one of the things I just wanted to show real quick, here's that Dow, right? Dow 20,000. So in our trading room, we were watching the Dow so we could mark that kind of a historic event as we cross through those 20,000 whole numbers. Folks, let's go ahead and talk about our commodities. So we had the crude here in a bit of a balance here between the 51s and the 54s. We had the bonds here, a bit of an offer coming into that, and that's, we can see we've got a bit of a range here from the 125s down to the 123 evens. So we had the bonds kind of backing off intraday, but still in a bit of no man's land. And then finally here, taking a look at the gold. So the gold here, one of the things I was mentioning to our traders in the room is that right around the 1200s, that's where I expected a balance to form, and I've been calling this for many weeks now. And look at what's been forming over the last 2 weeks, right? A bit of a balance, a bit of a range here right around those 1200s. And again, the reason we arrived at that conclusion is just looking at prior support and resistance here. We expected there to be a little bit of a balance, or a bit of supply start coming onto the market after the gold rallied right into this prior support level that had been breached in December. So folks, that's kind of our commodities, but take a look at some of the breakout stocks that we had on our stock picks list. So one of the stocks that we looked at here was this ODFL. This actually triggered Tuesday late afternoon. We entered this stock, and this one had a nice day on Wednesday. Volume came in. This had a nice pop. It was up actually 2.6%. And for a trucking transportation company, that's a good move. You know, this is not like a high flying tech stock. It's just a plain old trucking transportation, and that was a nice breakout. So one of the things you'll see about this is that we had nice scale out profits on the day. So we actually already started booking some profits on this stock, and it's interesting because we're actually taking some profits right as it's potentially going to be entering another battle for the highs at 91.69. So whatever the stock does from this point, whether it continues to break out or maybe it vacillates for a few days or so and consolidates right at these prior highs, one of the things we do as traders, we like to lock down those profits. And in this case, we've already locked down these profits, and going into this potential battleground area, that gives a trader a lot of confidence and a lot of assurance because that risk has already been reduced. And just taking a look at additional breakouts here, folks, take a look at like these EXP Eagle Materials breaking out here. Very, very nice move. Summit Materials is another one. Nice breakout there as well. Even these chip stocks like Avago, Broadcom Limited. Look at this breakout right over that area. Awesome, awesome move. This is a huge big cap company as well. Looking at the Martin Marietta, continuing with like the infrastructure build out plays. These are all experiencing heavy, heavy volume and nice breakouts. So folks, as we take a look across the board, there's a lot of breakouts that are working. We've got the markets breaking highs, and until proven otherwise, you have to just go with the trend. And hopefully you find this information helpful. And by the way, where are these breakouts coming from? The high relative strength stocks breaking out of chart patterns and on volume. And that's always what we're looking for, whether the market's good, bad, no matter what. That's what we're looking for. So other than that, folks, wishing everyone a great trading day ahead, and join us for our next market trend review. Hey, by the way, if you haven't done so already and you're liking the analysis, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And as a reminder, you can also view additional videos by visiting our YouTube channel. Or if you'd like to find out more about easy breakouts, go ahead and click that show more right above the comments section to find out more about easy breakouts. But other than that, have a great trading day ahead, and may the trend be with you. Take care, everyone.